Today's objective: I can determine the dimensions of a rectangle when given an area or perimeter. Go ahead and take out a paper and pencil. We're going to do this problem together. Max was walking around the perimeter of his school. If the perimeter of his school is 120 yards, which of the following could be the dimensions of his school? Then I see the answer choices, different dimensions. A, 100 by 2, B, 20 by 5, C, 25 by 5, and D, 50 by 10. So these are all of the possible dimensions of his school. Next thing we're going to do is reread the problem and mark it up. Max was walking around the perimeter of his school. When we're talking about perimeter, we're looking at the distance around an object. So I'm going to go ahead and circle perimeter on our anchor chart. This is the side that we're going to be focusing on. If the perimeter of his school is 120 yards, which of the following could be the dimensions of his school? Next, we're going to look at our steps to solve. Our first step tells us to draw a visual and label all sides. When we're solving word problems, we really want to get a good picture in our head and visualize what's going on so that we can really understand the problem. So Max is walking around the perimeter of his school. So in my head, I'm imagining myself walking around the perimeter of our school. So we're walking around the outside of the school. So here Max is, and he's walking all around the outside of his school. So we know the distance around the school is 120 yards. So off to this side, I'm going to write perimeter equals 120 yards. So going back to our anchor chart, step 1, draw a visual. Step 2 asks area or perimeter. So we've already determined that this is going to be a perimeter problem. So we're going to write out our formula. Perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width. So in this problem, we're not given any of the dimensions. We don't know our length and we don't know our width. So when we look at step 3, plug in what you know into the equation. The only thing we know is that perimeter is equal to 120 yards. So this is going to be another problem where we need to solve all of our answer choices to find our final answer. So just like the last problem we did, I'm going to split up my workspace. A, B, C, D. So first, looking at answer choice A, my dimensions are 100 by 2. Remember, we're solving for perimeter, not area. So I can't just multiply 100 times 2. I've got to plug those dimensions into our formula. Perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width. So I'm going to plug in the dimensions from answer choice A. Perimeter equals 100 plus 2 plus 100 plus 2. All right, now we're going to add to solve. I know that 100 plus 2 is 102. I know that 100 plus 2 is 102. I can add 102 plus 102 to get 204. So perimeter for the dimensions given in A is equal to 204 yards. We're looking for a perimeter of 120 yards, so I can eliminate answer choice A. Okay, moving on to answer choice B. 20 by 5. So we know our formula for perimeter. Perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width. Next, we're going to plug in the dimensions given in B. My length is 20. My width is 5. So again, we can add to solve. 20 plus 5 is 25. 20 plus 5 is 25. And 25 plus 25 is 50. So perimeter is equal to 50 yards. Looking for a perimeter of 120. So we can eliminate B. Next up, answer choice C. Perimeter is equal to length plus width plus length plus width. I can go ahead and plug in my dimensions. Here, length, we've got 25. Width is 5. Now I'm ready to add. 25 plus 5 is 30. 25 plus 5 is 30. And 30 plus 30 is 60. Again, C does not match. Go ahead and eliminate, and let's solve D. Plug in our formula. Perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width. My dimensions are 50 by 10, so I can go ahead and plug that in. Perimeter equals 50 plus 10 plus 50 plus 10. Can go ahead and add to solve. 50 plus 10 is 60. 50 plus 10 is 60. And 60 plus 60 is 120. So we solve for perimeter 120 yards. Our answer choice is D. With the dimensions of 50 by 10. We found a perimeter of 120 yards. All right, so we solved our problem. Awesome job, guys. Make sure to take a picture of your work, submit it for your grade, and move on to your exit ticket. Awesome job, 4th grade.